guys, welcome to Yoga Precision. Today we're going to have a little look at the shoulders and particularly this direction of moving the shoulders back, because I know a lot of people are wondering how to find that action and then more to the point, how to sustain it for longer periods of time, right? Now, there's a lot that goes into this. It's really not just about the shoulders. It's about everything from the ground up that kind of comes together to create good posture. However, we're going to look at the actions of the shoulder girdle today so that you can get a little bit more clear with this. So we're going to need a strap. That's all the props we're going to need. Now, before you start, you're going to make your strap into a loop like this. Now this loop is going to be about as wide as the insides of your shoulders. And when we use it, we're going to use it behind the back around the wrists. So if it's not a yoga strap, it could be anything that you can find. Just make it into a loop, okay, and have it ready. Now, the main action that we're going to look at today in a couple of different ways is how to align our shoulder girdle. Now, the shoulder girdle consists of 3 bones. It's really important to know this stuff so you have a clear picture in your mind when you're aligning your bones. All right, so humerus bone here, this is one of the bones of the shoulder girdle, arm bone. Okay, we often think of our shoulders as being something separate. It's actually not. It's just the head of the arm bone. Okay. Second bone here are the collarbones or the clavicle in the front. And then the third one is the scapula or the shoulder blades in the back. Now, all these 3 bones move together. So let's take a seat, sit however you want, and start to circle your shoulders around. And you can move your arms as well, just to feel this nice big range of motion. But I want you to visualize the head of the arm bone kind of moving around in the shoulder socket. And then reverse it, go the other way. And this is just a great warm-up, just to kind of get those muscles in the arms starting to engage, starting to tone, go back again. But also, I want you to feel when you're doing this, those 3 bones on each side, how they actually all move together. They're not separate, they're not independent. You move one, the other moves. Big, big circles here. Good. Now go back the other way one more time. Try to get this big range of motion all the way around and up and down. And then go back the other way again. And then finish one more and just rest your hands on your thighs. Close your eyes for a moment here. And just feel how much more sensation there is right there at the shoulder area. Maybe you even start to feel it kind of trickling down from the upper shoulder area, down your arms, maybe even down into the fingertips. All right, now let your eyes open and let's, first things first, align the shoulder girdle. Okay, so you can do this standing up in front of a mirror. It's actually quite helpful at first. When you look at yourself there, what you're looking for is to begin to create more of a straight line across from one shoulder to the other. Now, the tendency is that that's not the case. And because of gravity, it pulls our shoulders down and forward like this. And so then they end up feeling really heavy. And then it pulls on the neck and makes those trapezius muscles contract and tighten even more. Okay, so when you're standing in front of a mirror or you're just doing it right now, you're going to take an inhale and start to let those shoulders float upwards. And I want you to imagine that they're just full of helium. They're so light now because they've lifted up instead of being heavy and hanging down there. Now, you're not taking them way up towards your ears or down. You're taking them right into the middle where there's now a straight line going across from one shoulder to the other. Now, from here, we're going to take the head of the arm bones and move them back. Now, when you move them back, Don't pull them down. That's the key here. Keep them up and back, and then try to feel for where your arm bone is now more safely and securely plugged into the shoulder socket. It's not down here, it's not up here, it's right in the middle. The shoulder blades then will come more firmly onto your back, and the collarbones will disappear. They'll go back in. You shouldn't be able to see them. If you can see them, you could probably go a little bit further. Now, as I said, there's a lot of things to take into consideration of the rest of the body, but we're just giving this part of the body the attention today, okay? So when I give you any instruction, just do your best to keep your legs and your core engaged, okay? So now feel this position. Let's do it one more time. Relax your shoulders. On your inhale, let the shoulders float a little towards your ears. On your exhale, take the head of the arm bones, move them back until you feel your shoulder blades squeezing together. Now, there's one last action, which is external rotation. So let's take the hands out in front like this. Just make fists. And I want you to open your arms out like this and feel the inner shoulders rolling out towards the outer shoulders. That's external rotation. Bring it back in and do that a few times. External rotation. And now notice when you do that, your shoulder blades, what happens to them? What do they feel like when you externally rotate the upper arm bones? What I can feel is my shoulder blades coming even more firmly onto my back. Now hold it next time and just stay. So we've got a little shrug. We draw the shoulders back, and then we externally rotate. Good. Okay, now try to keep this, but bring the hands back to the thighs and feel the difference in your posture already just by holding your arms in this position, but with all three bones working properly, aligning properly. That's really the key, right? We have to remember it's not just about the shoulders. It's about the three bones of the shoulder girdle. Okay, so let's stand up. And you're going to take your strap and you're going to put it around your wrists behind your back. So we're now going to do the same thing, the same actions, but with the arms in this position. So have your strap there, pull it apart between your wrists, spread your fingers, and then stand with your legs strong, your core strong. Your feet parallel and hip width distance apart. Now bend your elbows and bring your thumbs onto your hips here, okay? And then you're going to inhale and shrug the shoulders. Exhale, take the head of the arm bones back. This time, pull your strap apart and start to extend your arms back behind you. So now we're going into a deeper stretch here. So those actions still apply. Can you externally rotate your upper arms? Can you roll from the inner shoulders to the outer shoulders outwardly? Broadening across your chest more. Standing tall, try to keep your chest lifting up in the front and your shoulder blades going down in the back. So you're not letting your head tip forward like this. Keep it up. And then lift your arms any amount you can behind your back. Keeping these actions going. Breathing softly. Again, keep the legs and the core strong. And then release it down. That's quite an intense one. Now, the thing I want to say about this is you could do that, but you could easily do it the wrong way, and that would look like this. Without those little actions that we took to prepare the shoulders first, if you do it without, it might look something more like this. Do you see that? How I'm popping my shoulders forward and I'm not getting anything out of this. Okay, my shoulder blades are lifting up, my chest is going down. So let's do it one more time together. Bend your elbows, bring your thumbs to your hips. The preparation is everything. So inhale, shrug the shoulders up, draw them back, pull the strap apart, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then slowly start to lift your arms, straightening them behind you. Then you again go back and check, do I still feel my shoulders going up and back? Could I add in a little bit more external rotation to broaden across the collarbones and keep my chest lifting up instead of letting it tip down and forward? Take one more breath, pulling that strap apart and lifting your arms up, lifting your arms up. And then bring it down. Whew, it's quite an intense one. So you can do that, 2 or 3 times on your own, and you're going to feel such a big difference in your shoulders. Now let's look at this last one here. There's different ways to do this pose. Now, the more classic way, which is a bit more challenging, is to take your hands into reverse namaste behind your back. So you would take your fingertips together, and then you would slide them up and bring your palms together behind you. Now, once you've done that, you're then going to do the arm actions that we talked about. So draw the shoulders up and back, and then push your palms together behind your back, keeping the upper arms moving back, the shoulder girdle engaged, and again, the chest lifting in the front. So you could do that if you feel it's available on your wrist, but it's pretty intense. So the next step to that, instead of palms touching, is to make fists and push your fists together like this. So try that one, and then you can draw your shoulders up and back and do the same thing here, lifting the chest. Now there's standing poses that we can do to practice with this, but today we're just going to work on the arm action. Okay, last option is to reach your hands behind your back and hold on to opposite elbows. Now, I'm not as much of a fan of this one. The reason is because it's harder to get the shoulders to move back. You'll feel it. It's not as easy, okay? So not saying it's wrong, it's just I'm not as much of a fan of this position. But you can still do the same thing, drawing the shoulders up and back and opening the chest, just reaching back for your opposite elbows here. So if I was going to choose any of what we've just done today, my choice would be the strap, okay? Because you're going to be able to get a lot more range of motion in your shoulders, and you're getting a really deep opening and stretch in the shoulders, which is going to change your posture dramatically if you do it on a regular basis. Okay, so let's just finish today with standing and looking at the posture while we're standing. So grounding through your legs and feet. Let your shoulders just be relaxed right now. Let them almost be a bit heavy, okay? So you can feel this kind of sinking down that happens when we're not properly engaged. Now, as we inhale, then you're going to let your shoulders start to float up, like they're light, they're buoyant instead of heavy. Once they get to about in line, right, where there's a straight line across from one to the other, then you're going to take your shoulders back. Let's turn the palms forward so we can feel this external rotation in the upper arms. The collarbones just go back in and the shoulder blades are just gently engaged on the back. It's not a huge amount in this position, just enough to align. Now take a few breaths here. Feeling those 3 bones of the shoulder girdle aligned. The chest open and spacious, and the shoulders back. I hope this helps you guys. Namaste.